station. You can watch us too. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Now, for many of you, A Christmas Story is a movie tradition or family tradition this time of year. And now you get the opportunity to watch it with Peter Billingsley, who brought Ralphie to life on the big screen. And he's joining us today to share a little bit more about that special event. Welcome, Peter.
Hi, thank you, Rebecca.
It's good to have you here. So I was looking back, doing a little of my back history on A Christmas Story. You were 11 when you filmed it, 12 when it premiered in 83, which is when I was born. So how old were you, though, when you started to realize that it had become this beloved holiday classic and cultural phenomenon? Were you like a teenager? Kind of when did you start to realize, wow, people love this?
It definitely took some time. And as you said, the film came out in 83. Didn't do that great when it first came out. And back then, it was really sort of the birth of VHS. It was really kind of prior to cable. So slowly but surely, fans started sharing old VHS tapes with each other. And the film kept building and building. And it wasn't until I was about 17. And I remember I was in a video store, and I saw a cardboard cutout, a standee of me, as Ralphie holding the gun. And I couldn't believe it because it was years later, and the clerk said, this movie, we just can't keep it on the shelves. Then came the marathon, and people tuned in for that, and they're still watching it. So it's been very cool to see this film really driven by fans. That's really made the film what it is.
How do you handle sort of the nostalgia that comes with A Christmas Story around this time of year? I mean, now you're talking about 40-plus years that it's been out. It's a family rite of passage for many. It's can't wait till my kid's old enough to sit down and watch A Christmas Story, or it's really a tradition. Does that add pressure to you? Do you get excited around this time of year, Peter? How do you handle that?
I love Christmas. I've been involved in a lot of Christmas movies throughout my career, so it's certainly a time of year that I love. And I think, as you said, it's been really amazing to see how the movies pass through generations. It started with a lot of people that could relate to maybe even growing up in that era. They passed it on to their kids, and now their kids are passing it down the line. And we have such a great fan base, and people mostly just want to share what the movie means to them. They want to share some gratitude about, how grateful they are that the movie's in their lives. And that's what's been fun about this show, is that it's been a nice chance to get to connect with fans and to tell a lot of stories, behind-the-scenes stories, give a lot of insights that I haven't really had a format to do that in. And it's really only the second year of me doing this, and I think it's really fun for fans to watch the movie on a big screen because, probably like yourself, you've never seen it in the theater. And so most of people have watched it in their living room, so to get a chance to see it on the big screen with other fans has been fun to watch.
And that's happening tomorrow night in Hattiesburg at the Saengar Theater. What's happening? What time does it start in Hattiesburg, Peter?
Yeah, it's at 6:30 p.m. at the Saengar Theater in Hattiesburg. Tickets are available online through Ticketmaster. And you will watch the movie. I will come out. I'll share a lot of thoughts about the film, and then we turn it over to the audience. And I don't, pre-curate questions. We just let folks line up and ask whatever it is that they wanted about the movie.
So I want to know, there's so many iconic scenes in A Christmas Story. I mean, if we were to poll people listening to good things, I mean, it goes on and on. But what was one of your favorite scenes, Peter? And has that changed over the years for you from when you first made it, having the memories of making, but now being able to watch it back with your family or with the audience? Has that changed over the years?
Both. It never ceases to amaze me when I watch it with a crowd, and I always stand backstage and listen. I'm very, very excited to hear what the South kind of laughs at, maybe that they find more funny than other areas. But the director would do a lot of things to us when we were on set. He would plan something or not show it to us until the cameras were actually rolling. And I remember he did this to myself and the old man, the mom as well. We didn't get to see the leg lamp until it actually came out of that crate. So those reactions are completely genuine when you see that. And that's a scene that I always look back with very fond memories, and probably my favorite line in the movie is, Fragile must be Italian. I love that character. I loved working with Darren, and I just love that point of view that he has.
So as a kid, I loved when Flick gets his tongue stuck, obviously. But as an adult, I'll have to say, Peter, it tickles me that your own screen parents, they start serving up booze first thing Christmas morning to open parents. That's so much more relatable now with two small kids and understanding the hecticness that comes with Christmas and, getting all the presents and all the things together. And so it's definitely, I think it's a movie that ages so well as you move through the different stages of your own life. But you have kids now, Peter. Have your kids seen it? What do they think of A Christmas Story?
They have. They've seen it. They do like it. My daughter refers to it as Daddy's movie. She's young still, and they do like it. But you're right. I think what's so great about the movie, and if you really look at it, it took place in 1940, so it's almost 85 years now, right, in 2025 that movie's old, but it still feels timeless. And I think it's got the great points of view of the kids that want their best Christmas gift and all the pressure on the parents to make Christmas great. And it's really about family. It's about love. And at the end of the day, it's about the magic of Christmas morning. And that is timeless. And so it's been fun to have my kids see it. A lot of people ask me if it ever comes on in the house on Christmas Day. And yes, I do. I put it on just a couple minutes. I watch it a little bit, and then I move on. But it doesn't feel like Christmas to me either unless they hear the sounds of the movie.
Well, people get the chance to watch it again tomorrow night with you in Hattiesburg and bringing the kids. I think that's the one thing that's kept it such a classic too, Peter, is it truly is one that you can sit down with the whole family. Everyone can laugh and enjoy it without having, without having to worry about it. I do know that there was the sequel to it, A Christmas Story Christmas. If someone hadn't seen that, I'll have to admit I haven't sat down to do that. Where does that pick up in the story after The Christmas Story?
Well, there had been some conversations about potential sequels to A Christmas Story over the years, and I kind of obviously aged out of the Ralphie character, but as I got quite a bit older in my own life and had kids, it was fun to reimagine what Ralphie would be like as a dad. And as you said, that whole flip, which is not wanting the Christmas gift, but wanting to put on the best Christmas for your kids. So it's really about 1973. And we did the film with Warner Brothers, and it turned out great, and we're really happy with it. We got the whole original cast back, and I think fans love seeing that. All of the kid cast was able to make it back into it, and it's pretty cool to check in with the characters where they are in their lives. Can
we stream that anywhere? I know A Christmas Story is being played tomorrow night with you, but can we stream A Christmas Story Christmas this season if we haven't seen that yet? I
have not screened it yet, but it is on HBO Max.
Okay. Cool, just for people to know.
And they're also airing it. They started airing it, I think, as the final play during the marathon. They've now added it as the final film.
Oh, awesome. Now, I have to know, did you ever own a Red Ryder BB gun? Did you get to?
I did. I actually had a BB gun prior to the making of A Christmas Story, so I was very typecast, I guess. It's definitely a rite of passage for kids, and I'm certainly looking at my son, who's now 5, and thinking when might be the right time.
That was my next question. I was like, okay, if you have a son, has he gotten one?
He will, yes, he will. He will definitely get one.
Have you put him in a bunny onesie yet? Has he had to?
I have not. No, that was a more complicated relationship, the bunny suit. That was uncomfortable. I did not want to be in it, and I think I'm not going to subject my son to that.
Do you own a leg lamp?
I do. Well, actually, you know what? I do, because somebody gave me a mini leg lamp, one of the little desktop ones. So I do have it. I think it's in the closet. But I do have an original BB gun from the film, and I have a few more items from the movie that I will talk about on stage tomorrow night.
And I'm sure a lot of more behind-the-scenes scenarios and people getting to ask you fun questions. Will this be your first time in Mississippi? You'll be there in Hattiesburg tomorrow night, but have you ever been to Mississippi before now?
I have. I have been through the state a couple times. Yes, I did a tour with Vince Vaughn many years ago called Vince Vaughn's Wild West Comedy Show. We did a comedy show, and we came through the South. So I have been, and I'm in Alabama right now, and I'm really looking forward to coming back.
Well, we're looking forward to having you. Do people need to pre-buy their tickets for this tomorrow night, Peter? Can they show up with their friends and family at the door, or is it best to go ahead and get those tickets?
I think it's probably best to pre-buy them, and there's also a limited meet and greet if people want to sign up for that as well.
Well, I am looking forward to having you in Mississippi. I appreciate your time here on Good Things. Going to have to check out A Christmas Story Christmas as part of our holiday tradition now. I usually mention on HBO Max. Was it strange to see your face for 24 hours, though, when they first started the marathons?
It was, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was a terrible idea. I was like, this is never going to work, and I was completely wrong. I think it might have been the first marathon that was done, and it's continued. It's spread across three networks now, and it just keeps going and going. So again, this is really a movie that's been kept going from the fans. So this film has the greatest fans in the world, and that's what's been such a joy to do this tour, just to get a chance to meet them, connect with them, and share stories with them about this film, which they love.
When That's a Christmas Story, and that's tomorrow night with Peter Billingsley, who plays Ralphie. He's joined us today, but check it out tomorrow night there in Hattiesburg if you get the chance. Peter, I appreciate your time, and a Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you. Yeah, thank you very much. Same to you.
All right, you guys stick with us. We got more for you coming.